those players will be frustrated. And I am going to single out Reece James. I think he should have gone forward more because you take risks in that period in the game and go punch for punch. I think Cole Palmer. I want to say something about Cole Palmer. He was talking to Pep Guardiola on the pitch right at the end of the game. And he was smiling with him. And he was, Pep Guardiola does that. Cole, you're being played. You're being played here. He didn't do enough out on that pitch in the second half. And he's an amazing player. Absolutely brilliant. But you know something, those Chelsea fans that have travelled up today, 3,000 or 4,000 over in that far corner, they wanted better than that. They don't really want to see you conversing with the opposition manager and smiling at the end of the game. And I'm not being old school here, but there's something about that. I thought, Pep Guardiola's playing you here. I know he's had him, but he didn't play him here and he sold him.
So he should have ignored the overtures and just headed straight back to the dressing room.
Look, having a conversation inside, I'm not against that. Obviously, he's played for the manager, but I just felt at the end that there's something about it I didn't feel was right from a Cole Palmer perspective. I know why Pep Guardiola's done it. That's what Pep Guardiola does. But I wouldn't. If I'd lost 3-1 away from home and I've been as disappointed as I have, and Cole Palmer, I expected more from him in the second half, and I expected more from the two central midfield players. Let's be clear: Kovacic and Gundogan, both excellent players, but they're not really a pair that you would expect to take on a £200 million partnership of Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. And I thought they should have got right on top of the game in the second half. I was expecting Chelsea to come out fast because I was expecting Maresca at half-time to have a right go at them for letting City back in the game. And I didn't see the response. So them two midfield players, they're the players that have got the big sort of, you're getting the big bucks. You're the big price tags on your back. You've got big reputations. You're good players as well, by the way. Fantastic players. Go and get on top of the game. Go and grab it by the scruff of the neck with Palmer in that midfield, that three. And they didn't do that. So I'm quite frustrated with Chelsea in the second half. I'm not having to go at them from a point because I think they've had a really good season, but I'm really frustrated from what I've seen because I think that they'll leave that feeling of at the end of a game or the end of a season or the end of a day, looking back and thinking you could have done more. That's the worst feeling, that. Don't have that feeling.